Hello everybody, so today we're going to be taking a tour inside the Forbidden City. So we are actually currently at the south gate of the Forbidden City, and in a while we're going to be going inside. I don't know how far or how long is the queue, but we're going to definitely try to get in. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people today, so that's a good sign. We'll see about that later when we get there.
Just a heads up, everybody, if you are planning on visiting the Forbidden City, any time of the year is actually okay, but then if you're not really into cold weather, I might suggest not to go I might not suggest to go between January, I guess, till February, because it's actually the coldest time of the year, right? And it gets really, it gets weird talking about the temperature, the weather, because there will be times that it's going to be very hot, or not really hot but warm, and then there's going to be a time where it's going to be very cold. So a lot of people actually get sick during this time of the year. So if you're not really used to cold weather, and you were from a tropical country, Philippines for example, then I might suggest you not to go during this time of the year. Summertime would be best. During fall season or spring would also be nice. Well, it's already spring, but not really that warm yet.
Hey guys, so we're actually at the entrance of the Forbidden City, and we are just about to get our ticket. We can see that there's not really a very long queue for getting the tickets. Now, to those who are planning their trip here at the Forbidden City, there's only a maximum of a limit number of people that can get inside the Forbidden City, and that is 80,000 a day. So they have scheduled it morning visits and the afternoon visits. So you know, as long as it's within the 80,000 number of people, as long as they have available tickets, you can get in. Otherwise, you might have to try it the next day. So anyway, we're gonna be getting our tickets right now, and we're gonna be showing what's inside the Forbidden City later. So everybody, we are right in front of the Forbidden City. It's huge. So please remember to bring your passport when you come to visit the Great Wall, the Forbidden City, as they will be asking for it. So we are now gonna be queuing to get in, and all we need to have is our passport. And how much do we have to pay?
40 kwai in the winter.
40 kwai in the winter. And summer season 60 yuan, which is roughly around 400 pesos. 40 yuan is around, say, 200, almost 300.
Now just remember, everybody, if you will be visiting the Forbidden City in winter time, it's gonna cost you 300 pesos, $6, or that's 40 yuan. To get into the Forbidden City, and during summertime it's going to cost you a bit more, which is roughly around 450 pesos, $9, or that's 60 Chinese yuan. Now you can double check this on the internet to make sure on what exactly is the price for the entrance fee.
So we're in, everybody. This is the very entrance.
Yeah,
The Forbidden City.
So just a quick heads up, everybody. Today is actually 2 days before the Chinese New Year, so basically there are still not a lot of visitors visiting the Forbidden City today. On usual days or during summertime, there will be more people coming into the Forbidden City. Now, always remember that it is normal to be pushed and to push somebody when you are visiting one of the tourist attractions here in China, especially the Forbidden City. So, you know, it's okay to push somebody as long as you don't push them too hard. Just, you know, push them enough for them to move a bit faster. So, yeah. So here we are already, everybody. We are inside the Forbidden City. Take a look, take a look. Oh, not a lot of people.
So we're in, everybody. First part of the Forbidden City. huge. I think there's an even bigger square, right? See one of the palace people, everybody. Yeah.
Now, quick trivia tayo, everybody. The Forbidden City is actually a rectangle with 961 meters from north to south and 753 meters from east to west. Now, if you're wondering how many buildings there are inside the Forbidden Walls, there are actually 980 buildings with 8,886 bays of rooms. Imagine how big that is. My God, this is a very huge place.
So everybody, we're in the Forbidden City, and this is actually the very first thing that you're gonna see when you get inside. It's actually very huge, and what's so good about it this year is that they have already opened the corridors. Is that what you call them? It's like a way on the side of the wall, so you can get onto the wall and to just go around the whole Forbidden City. Before you cannot do that, but now it's possible. All you have to do is just go. There's a stairs on the side of this big thing, and you can definitely go onto the walls. It's actually a very big square over here, but then there's an even bigger square as we go inside later. But then, yeah, so this is what you're gonna see when you get into the Forbidden City, the very first thing that you will see. And right now we're gonna get ready to get inside even further, and let's see what we can see inside. All right, so there you have it, Forbidden City, everybody.
Now, what's right ahead of us is actually the Hall of Supreme Harmony. It rises 30 meters above the level of the surrounding square, and it is the ceremonial center of Imperial Tower and the largest surviving wooden structure in China. Now, it is actually built above 3 levels of marble stone base and surrounded by bronze incense burners. Now, it is also said, sabi daw nila, it was the location where the emperors of the Ming and the Qing dynasties hosted their enthronement and wedding ceremonies. Cool, right?
everybody, we are actually right now at this very big square. But as you have seen earlier, we just passed by the biggest square in the Forbidden City. Right after you pass through there, it's going to be this square. It's actually not as big as the other one, but it's still pretty big. Now, there's not a lot of people in this area because there's not really a lot of what do you call this? Important stuff in this side or in this area. It's all in the middle.
Now, if you can see, everybody, there are 3 halls or palaces in this area. The first one, which is the Palace of Earthly Tranquility, which is in the northernmost of the 3 main halls of the inner court of the Forbidden City. Now, the other 2 halls are actually the Palace of Heavenly Purity, is that what they call it? And then yung isa, the other one, is the Hall of Union. So there you have it, everybody. More palaces, more rooms, more halls to see as you go further into the back of the Forbidden City. Now, the Palace of Tranquility is a double-eaved building, 9 bays wide and 3 bays deep. In the Ming Dynasty, it was actually the residence ng the Empress. And in the Qing Dynasty, a large portion ng palace were converted for shamanist worship by the Manchu rulers. And then the front part of the hall featured shrines, icons, prayer mats, and a large kitchen where sacrificial meat was actually prepared. And sabi daw nila, from the reign of the Yongjong Emperor onwards, the Empress moved out of the Palace of Heavenly Purity, and then the 2 rooms in the Palace of Earthly Harmony were retained for use on the Emperor's wedding night. And then the wedding ceremony would be held in the main room, and afterwards the Emperor and the Empress would retire to one of these rooms. Oh my golly, like I said, everybody, you have to push if you want to see. So, okay, there's a lot of people. Oh my golly, that was crazy. I'm glad I was able to come out alive. So that was it, everybody. It was the Forbidden City's Palace of Heavenly Purity. It is a palace actually where it actually served as the Emperor's audience hall, where he held council with the Grand Council. So right now we're actually in this area where we're heading more towards the back part of the Forbidden City, and this is the area where the last area where we can see lots of halls and palaces, because right after this halls we will be seeing more of the Forbidden City's garden. This is normally where the family of the emperor lives. This is the area where they mostly be seen. And we're gonna be going to an area right now where I think they have stuff where they're selling stuff. I think it's just for the Chinese New Year. Normally or usually they don't have it, but for some reason this Chinese New Year they have it in one area, and we're gonna go check it out.
New Year, how the emperor celebrate a New Year in the city. I don't know if it's this way.
We are here at the market area, and as you can see, wow, look, what's that? Actually, they're steamed buns. Some of them has red beans inside. They're usually sweet, and I think this particular delicacy is from Beijing, one of the cities in China. Everybody, right in front of us is another palace. It's actually a sculpture gallery, so we are gonna get in and see what kind of sculptures they have there. Really cool decoration. Sorry everybody, my camera died while I was inside the sculpture museum. We already went out and we are on our way to the garden area inside the Forbidden City. And let's go check it out. Right now we are entering the Imperial Garden. It is at the northernmost point of the Palace Museum. And this garden was actually built for the emperors and their wives to relax themselves and, you know, just enjoy the beautiful scenery. But was also used for sacrificial rites, keeping fit, you know, book collections, and reading and other purposes. Now, this garden was originally built in the 8th year of the Ming Dynasty's Yongle period in 1420 AD. Now, the Imperial Garden is actually really big. It is 80 meters long from south to north and 140 meters long from east to west. Now, sabi nila, there are 4 gardens in the palace or in the Forbidden Walls. One of them is where we're currently at, the Imperial Garden. Second is the Tianfu Palace Garden. And then the third one is the Garden of Benevolent Peace. And the last one is the Garden of the Palace of Peace and Longevity. Now you can actually see all of these gardens if you have enough time when you come to visit here at the Forbidden City. Now, there are so many interesting things that you can see inside the Imperial Garden, and one of them are the trees, the ancient trees. There are more than 160 of them distributed around the garden, and they said The garden is also interspersed with various hills, stones, and miniscapes, which was which is really awesome. And yeah, that I think it's really cool. My God, it's really cold. I can't feel my hands anymore. It's very cold. We are still inside the Forbidden City, but this is almost towards the end already, or the exit. We're just gonna try to check out a place and then we're gonna be out. We are here at this very long corridor. I don't know if it extends from the front or from the entrance of the Forbidden City to the back part or to the exit part, but it's very long. And well, I don't want to know where it ends. I just want to walk as far as I can and just head back. It's just so freaking cold right now. Already going out of the Forbidden City. This is the exit. So there's only one entrance and one exit to go. So yeah, this is pretty much where everybody are. See, you can see a lot of people outside. My golly. One way in and one way out. Unfortunately, the weather is bad. We wanted to go up to that mountain or hill so that we could see the whole Forbidden City. Unfortunately, it's very cold. At the same time, the air quality isn't so good today, and there isn't anything that we could see probably from our view on the top of that temple or palace. So yeah, anyway, we're out of the Forbidden City. Everybody take a look. This is the exit of the Forbidden City, and yeah, that's it. Yay! So thank you, Betty, and we're out. My hands are freezing. That's it, everybody, for our Forbidden City tour. I hope you liked the video, and hopefully we can come back here again during summertime, because I think it's more beautiful in summertime. And yeah, so that's it. Please hit the subscribe button if you like this video, and don't forget to hit that like button. Leave your comments if you like this video, and thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye.